All right, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully y'all are doing great today. We're going to get started and start cracking at these contracts that we have left in season 11 here. So pretty excited about that. And we'll talk about some other things as well. Some things coming up, and I guess as news for the channel is I'm currently working on the Burlak review along with the Neo Falcon review. They're going to be in one video, mainly focusing on the Burlak because Burlak is essentially the highlight of season 11, and the Neo Falcon essentially is it's kind of like a middle of the road scout. So there's going to be a quick talk on that, but mainly it's going to be focused around the Burlak. So that'll all be coming here shortly, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get started. Hopefully my bit rate holds up here because it's just fluttering up and down right now. Welcome in, Tukazuki. All right. We'll just hang out here for a second until my bit rate just decides to kind of settle because it's just going up and down. So just dropping frames left and right. Yo, what's up? Welcome in. Greeting from Finland. Nice, man. Awesome. Glad to have you. All right, let's see if the bit rate holds. It's green right now. All right, let's jump in here, see if we can get something done, and pray this this internet connection holds out. I think we'll be all right. You know, because I stream in the morning in US time, I do have a lot of folks over your way that watch because of just the time difference. I really need to have like a solid stream schedule where, you know, one day it's either in the morning, another day it's in the evening, just to kind of capture a little bit more of the audience. Okay, let's see here. You know what? Okay, I need to figure out what I was going to do here. 2 cement, 4 wooden planks, 2... I don't need to craft wooden planks anymore. I've already done that. Scout fuel carrier there. I'm guessing that's cement there. Copy that. All well and good in all. I believe that trailer is probably on the other map. I guarantee it. Trying to think where that trailer's at. Let's see here. Deliver the generator. Glad you can join, man. Glad you can join. Good to have you here. Let's see. What's the call here? I think I'm just kind of going through my head thinking about what trucks I want to use right now. There's the 4070. There's the CLT. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna leave him here for now. Let's kick it back to the garage. And then we'll break something out. Something I haven't used in a while. Let's see. You would like to see the Mac? Okay, we can play the Mac. Let me see actually where my trailer is, though. I want to make sure I have... That's where it's at. Okay. Fair enough. What I'll do is I'll bring this back to the garage. Yeah, I'll bring this back to the garage. Yeah, and then jump in the Mac with it real quick. Probably, you know what, I think I'm actually going to go a different way. Do I have... with the 5.6. I'm trying to think here. I got an idea actually what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's go back. I'm gonna take this back to the garage. The Mac will just use this trailer here. I was thinking I was gonna break everything out. Yeah, they really did a good job with those two. And they did a good job upgrading them too, as well. Making them a lot stronger than they were when they first released. Especially with the Mac, in my opinion. I mean, right now it's one of the stronger off-road class vehicles, in my opinion, from its terrain. I mean, its collision model, it's just really nice to drive now. We drove it a lot in the first couple episodes, actually. Yeah, I know, right? It does. It's what we've been hoping for. It's what we've been hoping for. So, I just seen my little Starforge ad come up here on Nightbot, and I was actually thinking that I would love to buy one of their PCs. I think I probably would buy one if I had the cash. But the crazy thing is, Starforge, they are actually having a tournament on World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. It's a dueling tournament, which is essentially when if you lose to somebody in a duel, you just outright die. It's called a Makara tournament, and if you win, it's like I think it's 100K. Actually, I think first place takes 55,000 or something like that, and then every other place after that gets kind of like a fraction. Actually, I think that tournament might be going on today, but they've given like, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks for preparation. But it's gonna be crazy to see. I don't know. I don't play PS. Yo, thank you so much for those 5 gifted subs from Sanova Link. Appreciate it, man. That is amazing. To Dirt, Tukazuki, Jelly, Wargamer, and Gamer. Enjoy those guys. That is awesome. Thank you so much, man, for that support. Really, really appreciate that. That is the most, I think that's some of the most subs I've gotten, actually. Alright, let's break out the Mac here. Thank you so much once again. That is very, very kind to you. I'm glad you can join the stream. Alright, cool. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Is there cement here? There is, but I don't need it. Okay, so essentially I'm going to take this. I don't know where this generator is that they're talking about, but it might be somewhere else. I can just call you Link. Awesome. Sounds great, because I probably just slaughtered your name there. I do that a lot, so don't take offense to it. You know, I'm good with faces, like remembering people's faces and stuff like that. When it comes to names or pronouncing names, yeah, it's just I'm not the guy. You know, in a little bit, actually, after we get going a little bit in the stream, I'm gonna bring up a pretty, I think it's an interesting topic myself, on the nature of the game and how I feel with a couple aspects of the game right now. And these are things I was thinking about the other day and actually this morning. So, bring up kind of a little bit of a discussion. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, as you can see, I'm using the multi-purpose gearbox right now because just a little bit better fuel consumption. I really don't need it because I have this fuel tanker on the back here, but I think the off-road gearbox really is a good call for this one as well, just because the low-high, that's probably my favorite gear in this game is low-high. I think high gear and low-high is my favorite. Yo, Link, thank you so much for that sub yourself. 6 months in advance. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you so much. All that support. Thank you, thank you. Much, much appreciated. Okay, cool. Let's grab, we're gonna grab 4 planks. I probably need to craft some, huh? That's right. I need to, is it 805? No, it's the Warthog. Crank this thing on. Let's see if I can change. Can I change truck? No, can't change truck. Alright. Back defense. I need to craft. 1. Okay, I guess it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we roll out. I did recently learn that these generators do turn off, so there's no reason to just go cut them off. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go this way, this way. We'll cut through. I'll stop, grab a drink, hit the gateway, and we'll do this first part of the mission from morning. So today we're actually rocking the Mac tires on here. They have, I think, 0.2 less dirt rating than the OHS2, and they are just a tad bit wider than the OHS2. I think they're, I forget I think it's like 0.7 something, and I think the OHS2 are like 0.65 or something like that. So I think they kind of even out. These are a little bit wider, just a little less dirt traction. So I think logically they sink probably a tad bit less than the OHS2, but the OHS2 just sink and then grab. But they both seem to do pretty darn well, so I think either or will do pretty darn good. That was some thick mud. You can just see how far it's sunk down. Oh, that's awesome, man. And you drove it? That's sweet. That is sweet. Yo, Road King, welcome in, man. Finally got to catch the stream. It's awesome. I'm glad you could stop in. My times are kind of weird, especially for people that live in like the US. Because right now with my schedule, I currently kind of stream in the mornings. That's super good information. That's crazy. I love this truck. I think this is one of the better looking trucks in the game, to be honest. Oh, I gotta go this way, that's right. So this is going to be very weird because I actually have to transfer all my fuel into the carrier. Oops. Okay. That sounds awesome, man. I rarely meet people that actually have driven these trucks in real life, so that's actually really cool. That was probably a blast. Yeah, this is something I've kind of, because my disdain for flatbeds, I do like a sideboard bed much better, which you've probably seen me use a ton, actually, is like my go-to is sideboard bed, just because of stuff falling out. Also, it's not as long as this one, because the step deck, actually, this is not a cargo space. This is right here, but it just basically extends the length of your vehicle. And especially when you have a long vehicle like this, you know, turning, maneuverability just becomes a little bit more of an issue. And also, like I said, the cargo sliding off when it becomes unpacked, sometimes the bed saves it, or the rails on the sideboard bed saves it. But I mean, for trucks that are really bad with fuel, this is a super good idea. Unless you essentially have fuel stops set up everywhere where you can just use the other bed. That's also a good move. Okay, so let's go up here. I think I can get through here. Yeah. But yeah, that people have been doing that for a while, actually. But, and I've known about it for a while, but I kind of refuse to do it. I think that's a good call. Because if you can keep fuel in this tanker, your range just becomes insane. You essentially can just bypass a lot of fuel stops and just crush missions. You know what I'm saying? Just chain them all together, not worrying about fuel ever. It's a really nice feature. I would say it's a really nice loophole. That's all I'll say. Really nice loophole. Alright, so it's holding high gear through this mud pit. It's pretty good news right now. Yeah. Really, really good performance right there. You came back to it in May. You have been hooked ever since. Nice, man. Oh, absolutely. I think I ran the ANK on here too as well. It just makes those trucks bearable. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trucks that you just can't use this. Like, another really good example of a truck that can use this effectively is the Azov, the 5319. I mean, such a powerful truck, right? It's just, it needs fed. It needs fed a lot. And just because it has a small fuel tank, its burn values are pretty high. Its performance is exceptional. And another really good thing about this trailer is it's actually lighter than the sideboard bed. So even for trucks that are a little bit more underpowered, you're not necessarily pulling more weight. What's up, Flower? Welcome in. Just leave it in high here. But yeah, I think another huge downside of this trailer is, and you guys have probably seen it, is loading it with a crane, especially a Russian crane, which is shorter, less powerful. I'm kind of forced to jackknife the trailer instead of just literally pick up cargo and drop it right in, pack, repack, or unpack, pack, like I usually do. You probably usually see. Appreciate that, man. I get that a lot, man. That's why the episodes of my hard mode are called the Joy of SnowRunner, because it's kind of like a running joke. Someone said I'm like Bob Ross, because I'm kind of just chill. So I just basically like made it a joke almost. Yeah, this would never have flown if this was old Mac, like season 10. Yeah, the mic helps a lot, that's for sure. Okay, so I need to do this. One needs to go on top of my cab. However, you know, it'd be cool if this was actually a 6-slot trailer. I still wonder though if I would use it as a 6-slotter or how I have it now. I almost feel like I would just use it how I have it now. Down the road. Down the road, back here. Okay. You know what I think we're going to do today, actually, is we're going to bust out the 5368 again. Yo, Jeffro, welcome in. Thank you for that follow. Good to see you. Happy Monday. I do feel like smoke looks a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I feel like it looks different. It's not the same. I also heard there's been complaints that the mud has been sounding like very sloshy lately. Just hit a mud pit and it's just like like loud mud sounds like sloshing around. I can't really confirm that's the case. Yeah, that's pretty much the consensus that I've heard from a lot of folks, is they're upset that there's no Scania or Volvos. I think I would probably expect that there wasn't, due to I'm probably gonna say licensing issues. But I mean, you gotta understand this as well. I mean, we have a map in America called Maine, and they put out a Russian truck there. Or in the game, it's a Russian truck. I'm not sure if it's actually Ukrainian or not. So the 6455B is found in Maine. I mean, do I have this connected? I do. Okay, I wonder why it's... I mean, there's a bunch of... I mean, think of like the Rezvani Hercules. I mean, is it in Belzersk Glades? It's not from that region, I don't think. I just think at one point they're just bringing out regions, and the vehicles that come out in that region are not necessarily connected in some form or fashion. I think they started that way, and that kind of was like the standard, which I think the standard should be the standard, in my opinion. I think if you couldn't produce those, I don't think you should. To be honest, I think it should be like trucks from that region. And if you can't get a license for it, and you can't get permission for it to make an unlicensed either, then I just wouldn't. No trucks. You know what I'm saying? No trucks. Put a standalone DLC in there, or just give us back an anniversary, year 2 anniversary DLC, or the year 3 anniversary DLC would be amazing to supplement. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that. You feel like it loses the simulator part of the game, but just... Yeah, I mean, if you feel like this is not necessarily your style of gameplay, I mean, that's fine. Stage complete. Oh, where's that trailer? Okay, there it is. like this up here. No, I use a PS4 controller and keyboard mouse. The only couple things that off the top of my head that I implement with keyboard mouse is putting points in with my mouse here like this, or winching. If I go like this, just connecting my winch to places instead of scrolling through. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. But yeah, I mean, wheel sounds fun, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't. I don't know. I feel very comfortable with a controller in my hand. I mean, we've had this discussion whether keyboard mouse is better than... Oh, I thought I could break that. Keyboard mouse is better than controller. I'm going to say objectively keyboard mouse is. Keyboard mouse is always superior than having a controller in your hand. The double input, yeah, I could see that. That's something that a lot of folks have been complaining with, is the support for wheels and such like that. Okay, so we'll grab this generator trailer, get that down there, complete this part. All right, let's go this way, here, through to the Torse Village. Hopefully I got enough gas. There's probably gas in here that I can probably use as well, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I think we're gonna break out the little Zix again today. That was actually really fun, despite how tough it was. What's up, Ward Gamer? Welcome in. So for those stopping in, like Wargamer, you actually got gifted a sub from Link here right before you came in. So there's been a couple folks that got gifted subs, which was very kind, very kind. I'm wondering if I get gas here or not, because I don't know. I might just get myself back to the garage after this. Definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. You're trying to finish main so you can play the new DLC? What part of how far are you in on main? Back to work in a couple hours, spending a few weeks off due to some back pains. Dang, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely sorry to hear that. I think I can make it. Yeah, I think I can make it. I know I don't have all-wheel drive on right now. Let's see if I can not stall, but just feeding all the power to the back wheels. You edited the XML a little bit, gave the strongest US engine, 20k more torque. P12 and the dairy are actually useful now. Nice, man. Oh, nice. Okay, 60%. That's not too bad. What would be good tips for newbies on SnowRunner? I would say I have a video actually that will explain. Okay, so my whole channel, not to self-promote, my whole channel is essentially geared for helping veterans and also helping new players. There's probably the most helpful video I have on YouTube right now is called Mud Running Tips. It's the most liked, most viewed video on my YouTube channel right now. Another good one I think is I would say the gearbox breakdown as well. I do give a lot of tips on a lot of things in my individual truck reviews, and then if you want to watch some of my gameplay, that I think that also helps. That was something that helped me, was watching people who have played the game. Like before I started making videos, I was watching 2 other gentlemen that were really good at this game, and that's kind of how I learned a lot of little tips and tricks. But I would say understanding the importance of all-wheel drive and diff lock and how strong they are, and also in the accordance with weight as well. Oh, okay, nice, man. Yeah, yeah. I think one of the most groundbreaking thing that I've discovered are things from Mud Running Tips, the video, and also whenever I did my randomizer playthrough, which we saw how great adding weight to tires that are even highway tires, how they just bite into traction and give you enough boost in mud, just with the simple fact of just adding a powerful feature as just diff lock. So, I mean, you could see on those videos how a Fleetstar with how a Fleetstar did with, you know, just with diff lock and stuff like that. So really awesome. But yeah, I think understanding those two in combination with weight and how tires act upon a surface, you're miles ahead. After that, I would say essentially understanding vehicle balance. The exterior design is nothing short of striking, and the interior is beyond all praise. The tourist will be amazed. I'm sure the exact amount of your compensation will be a pleasant surprise. Okay, cool. Nice. But yeah, I mean, I could talk about this for hours, to be quite honest, but I will spare you. Movie set. 6 beams. Oh, this looks good. This looks real good, guys. We're gonna do this one. Oh yeah. But first, I'm going to actually detach. That was a free trailer, by the way. I'm wondering if I should pull this. Yeah, actually, I'm going to. I'm going to bring the Mac back to base. This is the one we're going to do. This is going to be a pretty good pulls. Wait, is this still attached? Yeah. You decided to play SnowRunner again for the first time in a few months, and you decided to skip the Glades map and work backwards. Nice. Ooh, man, that's interesting. Interesting. Did you first complete the first 3 maps though? Michigan, Alaska, Tamir. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. I think if you plan on playing out of order, I think the first 3 maps are a straight up requirement. And not just because I think that learning is a good thing about it. I think even if you're a veteran, you're talking almost, I think almost around 75 upgrades in those 3 regions in combination. And I think we talked about this the other day. You can see how each region kind of like tapers down with upgrades found, right? So it's just so important to have those. You got all the way to Yukon? Dang, so you went from... So you essentially did... But you did do a little of the Dawn map, okay. Dang, so you did a more backwards too. Shoot, that's nice. So did you do season 10 then? And then season 9, skip season 8? Is that kind of what I'm understanding? Or what season did you start doing that? Oh, actually, Jeffro, here is one of the biggest tips. I wouldn't say it's the biggest tips, but I think it'll help you a lot. If you're playing with the controller in hand, when you hit start and you go to settings, do not put this on controller mode. Keep this on steering wheel. It's going to sound very odd, but I can explain this very quickly. When you turn this tire, any turn input that you put in and you let go, it auto recenters. So when you want to do those quick adjustments going very fast down the road, you just touch, let go, let go, let go. This helps you with precision. Because if you do not, here's going to be the alternative. Cut wheel, see how it just stays? So what happens is, if you leave it like this, now when you start going forward, it starts to roll out, but very slowly. But if you're going fast, you're constantly chasing this back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to be chasing that thing going back and forth. You just use a wheel? Okay, well then if you use a wheel, then that's... The wheel auto recenters anyways, so you're fine. But if you ever want to lazily play the game, yeah, always keep it on steering wheel. Alright, so the Zix 5368 is going to come out unless I get to the garage and change my mind and use something else. 2 metal beams, 6 planks. We'll probably take 1 plank, 2 metal beams. It's going to be a 2-tripper no matter how you see it. I probably could overstack. You know what? I probably could overstack the mess out of this because it's just going to the... We're going to go grab these wooden planks first before I head back to the garage because I'm already here. Oh, you've been playing ATS and ETS for a while? Okay, so you have the wheel down. Use the Twinsteer. I can use the Twinsteer. I just have to overstack. But yeah, I can pull out the Twinsteer. But this one, the crazy thing is this mission is not really going off-road much. Because I'm just going to the movie set. The movie set's literally down the road. And then, yeah, this is literally a road mission. I thought this was going to the top, but it's not. Oh, awesome. Thank you for that bit, by the way. Thank you, Link. Appreciate that. Glad that can help you out. I think that was probably the biggest help for me when I was starting out. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to overstack like this. I think... I gotta do this again. Yeah, the only way you could do this is either detaching or essentially jackknifing the trailer, which is another option. 2, 4. Okay, now I put one on the platform. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that trick will help you out a lot. Your plan is to skip... Okay. But your plan is to skip the glades to work backwards toward dawn. Nice. And I think even from just completing Season 10, I mean, you have 2 amazing, powerful trucks at your disposal. I think that's huge, man. Like, yeah, Dawn's not too bad. It can be trollish. It has its own challenges for sure. I think the terrain is like something I noticed. I should go around. I'm gonna go around. I don't think I'll actually pull through this. Wait, you know, we'll just go. The thing about the Dawn is whenever there's a mud puddle, they decided they were going to hide rocks inside the mud puddles, and it's like you'll be going through it and all of a sudden, like, wham, you're up on your side. And that is something I discovered, I don't want to say immediately, but pretty quickly in that game. I started to discover things like that. But yeah, Dawn is just different. What's up, Sergeant? Welcome in. Yeah, it's just a different type of map. It almost feels like a puzzle. Yo, Dird, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. An interesting way to carry a trailer. Yeah. So essentially this is just a strategy to use trucks that have one, either a very little fuel tank, or they just burn a ton of fuel all the time. This essentially just gives you a ton of range and allows you to just chain missions together. It's not really my go-to, but it's starting to I like the sideboard semi the best, but this is actually starting to grow on me a lot, because also you can notice the flat surface on the bottom. You don't have that toolbox that can get hung up on, and those side rails as well. Basically multitasking. Yeah, essentially, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go pick up these beams and deliver this right now. I'm already here. This is not a hard pull. Ooh, you flipped 3 times. Yikes, man. Yeah, there's some tough spots, man. And then you have these moments where you'll be going around the corner. I can show you the spot. And this is why I stopped making I wouldn't say this is the reason I stopped making the Route Runner series, which I did for the Year 1 pass. When I first started the Year 2 pass, I was noticing that it would have taken me so much more time to break down these maps and go through these with a fine-tooth comb. There would be so many colors all over this map, because I would find things like this spot right here. You'll go around this corner, and what happens is the outer corner of this right here actually just crumbles. I won't say crumbled, it's like a mud pit, but you don't think it is. It doesn't really appear to be, but your truck actually literally just slides down in it and you want to tip over and fall down this little hill right here, prompting you to like spin your camera, quick winch it. So there's stuff like that on Dawn that you just don't see. Like normally in this game you can have a little bit of foresight of, you know, what's coming based upon your speed, right? But some places you just can't see it until it happens. And then you're like, after that one time, you're like, I'll remember that. You know what I'm saying? Fool me once. Okay, so essentially I have to jackknife this trailer because I don't want to detach. And this is the only way I'm going to be able to load. Wow. Okay, I need to stop, change. Let's go back to the Mac. Let's go 1, 2. Loading platform. I need to actually scoot up a little bit here. I love how sharp this thing turns. It's amazing. I'm gonna do this very lazily, so don't hate me here. Because we are only going down the road. We're not going off-road at all. I mean, literally, this I love the American crane. Literally, I'm holding metal beams almost at maximum, able to still place it down. It's incredible. Tatron's your favorite? Yeah, its turning radius is not too good. Now that's hauling. Yeah, we're trying. Usually I try not to do this too much, but I mean, if I was going up into those mountains up there, I wouldn't do this at all. But we're just going literally down the road. So I can quickly do this. You know what I need to do here? Hold on a second. Even though I don't really need to do that, but I always forget. So I think something that folks, here's another good talking point. I think something folks don't really understand is that your active suspension doesn't change. The only part it's changing your ground clearance is essentially the hitboxes here. These hitboxes like underneath your axles. Because if you look at it, whenever you change your suspension mode, if I can get my camera right, you see how if you have a collision model that's based right here, which where the Mac is currently, I think it's like maybe 2/3 of this transfer case, right? That's kind of where it starts now. It used to be down here, but now it's right here. So even when I activate this, this is not moving. So I'm not gaining any more clearance here at all. However, I am gaining clearance under here. This is where it matters the most. So that's just a quick little tidbit there. So it doesn't raise the hitboxes. If there's a hitbox present where its tires are or where its transfer cases are, it does not raise that. it raises the hitbox of anything else basically, but the hitbox that are placed where its tires are and its transfer cases are, they stay the same. They don't raise because they don't move. Yes, it is the same for all trucks. If there is a hitbox there, but the thing is, how can I say this? Iconic. There is some trucks that don't even have a hitbox where their transfer cases are. Like some hitboxes are actually at the top of the transfer case. But those vehicles, we pretty much all know where they originate from, right? It's pretty simple to just, if you play the game, you pretty much already know. But yeah, that's also another reason I don't play with the raised suspension on the Paystar 5070 is, well, that's one reason. Another reason is you don't gain any tire upgrades for height, and then yeah, you just, when you increase height, you increase instability, especially on trucks that are already a little bit infamous for being unstable. Can we have hitbox data from somewhere for all trucks? I think it's really a tough thing to do. I have some data I could probably pull up if you want to see it. It would take some time. But I had a friend, which is Naked Dave, who basically gave me some stuff to... Oh, come on. I knew it. What's my favorite scout? Oh gosh, man, I don't even know. That's a very good question, because I'm not really huge on scouts, man. Can I pack this? Let's see if I can pack this. Oh my goodness. Nice. We got some absolutely stunning shots. Have you ever thought about going to the acting? No. Crap. Gotta get out of here somehow. But I mean, essentially, I've been posting hitbox data for trucks that I've been reviewing recently. Can I get through here? The Lodestar 1700 Master Race. Yeah, Lodestar is probably going to be up there, to be honest. It's one of the few scouts in the game that can actually effectively haul scout trailers. Oh man. So you're curious, you're starting SnowRunner. What truck would you say is the one-stop truck? Oh gosh. I think that's a very dangerous thing. A one-stop truck is a very dangerous thing. This is something that I think a lot of people get hung up on, is just going to one truck and one truck only. I think I can give you a quick answer, and I'm sure chat could too. A couple of them already have. But I think you could do that. But based upon my experience of that, I think it really diminished how well I was able to learn the game. Because trucks like the Tegra 6436, the Tatran, you essentially are just going to be holding down the gas trigger and going through every single type of element without understanding a lot of the game mechanics, physics, etc., because they're just so darn good. They essentially just carry you through the game. Wait, which tires are you talking about? Medium logs to the southern mountain cabin. I'm gonna take this back to the garage. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of good starting trucks. Honestly, there's a ton. I just what I think is the best logging truck. Oh, that's simple. The Aramatsu Forester, hands down. Hands down. Next truck request goes to the Kenny. I can play the Kenny. So essentially, Jeffro, there's a lot of folks giving requests or giving their comments on what they feel is like a one-stop shop for trucks, and I think while those are good comments on and good takes on one-stop trucks, I think it's more harmful than beneficial to do that. I think if you play a truck where essentially you're just holding down the gas trigger and going through everything, after a while it's going to get boring. I'm not going to lie to you, the game is going to get boring. And I think you're not going to learn too much about the game if you just have a truck that's going to carry you. I think that if you learn about a truck that you get, I would say get trucks or use trucks that you have at your disposal and just move along. If you have it too easy, like right now I could, at level 1, no joke, at level 1, I could go and buy the best truck in the game, or I would say either one. A lot of folks would place it either number 1 or number 2 as the best truck in the game. You could either place this as number 1 or this as number 1, or number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1. These are interchangeable. This truck right here is now available for purchase at level 1. If you purchase this truck at level 1 and played it in Michigan, this truck smashes all maps in the game, okay? So does this one. But I'm just telling you that it's going to be so easy that you're going to complete Michigan and then you're like, why do I need to play this game? It's not even hard. What's up, guys? Welcome in, Brocut. Welcome in. All right, so hold on a second. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do first, and then we'll talk about trucks to use. Oh man, could we? Let's see. Wooden medium logs. Medium logs to the southern cabin. You're currently using the Tega 6455B. Yeah, that's probably top 5 vehicle in the game. Play the Fleet Star. Let's go here. Should we do some water? What do you guys think? Water missions real quick. Let's go. Yo, Cotton, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that gifted sub to Iconic, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. What truck do you guys want to use for water? We're going to do a water mission right now. What do you guys think? Is this in gallons? If this is in gallons, this is actually going to just be... Yeah, I guess the Royal wouldn't be bad. The Royal's pretty darn good. If you low saddle it and understand the ability to depend on your trailer for balance, whew, the Dairy Special, I think the step. Let's see, I can look. I think the step has one. Let's go here. Where's the 310? It does. Let's do that. Let's do this real quick with a step. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll run the Kenny later. Maybe I'll run some logs. I'm kind of wanting to do something that's a little bit more of a challenge, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I use the Kenny on this, we use the Kenny a little bit. Okay, let's go. Okay, I need to go get water from here. Get water. I'm trying to think. I need to go this way. Do I have water already? Does it come with water? Hold on. Wait, let's check. No, it's empty. Okay. Can the next mission be done with the Twinsteer? Okay, so the next mission, what we'll do, guys, is kind of like we did last stream. We'll have, like, I'll pick 4 options that people post whenever I get done with this mission, and then we'll just vote on it. We'll put a poll in and we'll vote again like we did last stream. So I ask why. Because the Tega was the first truck to have basically the TMHS tires, which are these balloon tires that essentially allow you to crawl through mud that I would say allow you to crawl through super mud without totally sinking in. So what I mean sinking in is if your truck sinks down to its frame, you're essentially stuck. You need to use your winch or recover. The Tega is a truck that is very powerful, balanced with power. It has excellent balance, and it has always on all-wheel drive and diff lock. And it also has probably some of the best tire options outside of the TMHS as well. That is why people call it just an amazing truck, and it is. Paystar 5070 is a good one too. Okay, so this mission here, so you want to know a little bit more about these missions. This is essentially the water mission. I'm basically taking this add-on I have right now, which is just the water tank, H2O, and we'll go pick up some water and we'll take the water over to the location. Can you imagine if the 310 had OHDs? You know, I think Saber did mention they are going to bring some type of tire pack. I don't know if that includes upgrading vehicles with better tire options. I don't know. That's something we just don't know. I don't know if it's just going to be purely aesthetics or if it's going to be something that potentially could lead to some trucks having better tire options. Yeah, I think either using the balloon tires, which are the TMHS, or the OHD ones are the best picks for the Tega. I don't think you can go wrong with either. However, I need to mention that the TMHS tires are not as wide as the OHD ones. They're actually wider than the TMHS. You did play some of Wisconsin? Nice. Oh my goodness, I can actually fill these up. All right. We're going to go down this trail. This trail. up to here, over, up. I think this should do it though. I mean, I think here's the thing is I don't think the Tega is one of the most, it's one of the more stable trucks in the game. So I mean, like, stability is never something the Tega actually suffers in at all. But yeah, those two tire sets really do add with more lateral stability. I've changed the TMHS for dualies a bit, and I can't really tell the difference. So the TMHS have a little bit more grip than the AMHS, that's probably why. But also, I mean, there's been tests done with the TMHS versus the OHD, and the OHD have won. You probably can't tell a lot of difference because the time trial that was tested, the OHD ones only really beat the other options like the MHS2 and the TMHS. It only really beat them by a couple seconds. So really, when it boils down to it in the grand scheme of things, it's like I always say, use what you feel comfortable with, because 3 seconds, 4 seconds, even 10 seconds is actually not that big in the grand scheme of a game that takes 1,000 hours to beat. You've been using the ASO 7.3 with a step deck Scout. Nice, man. Crazy, right? You're a high range gearbox enjoyer? Wait, but you're using the Azov 7.3. You mean the Azov 5.3? The 5319? I can say this though, the OHDs with weight on the axles, with weight on the back axles, produce more grip and than the TMHS would. Just because they have better dirt rating, better bite. They're wider, so they can support more weight without being overcome with being sunk in. However, the problem is your front end, because your tire in the front is not as wide. But if you have a TMHS, you have wide tires longitudinally, right? Here's a good tipping situation. So those are things you need to kind of like keep in the back of your mind. However, I think that if you're hauling a semi-trailer, balance necessarily doesn't have to be too much of an issue if you're good at driving a semi-trailer and using the semi-trailer as a balance factor. But I mean, if we're talking Tega 6436, you're not going to ever have problems with balance. If you do, I think it's more driver issue than anything. Yeah, the bumps and invisible objects, I know about that, yeah. Okay, now we go to the next spot. Oh, where's the next spot at? Ooh, okay. Let's go back down the road. Okay, cool. Let's go. That's why you keep coming back to the TMHS. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be safe, the thing is, the TMHS, the only problem with them is they cannot pick up speed in deep mud. Like, you have to throttle yourself down to low, and then you'll crawl through. Like, low plus is going to spin tires, right? But you can dig yourself out very easily with a TMHS. I mean, let's be honest, like, every tipping situation is mostly driver error. I mean, there is some that are, the truck just, it rolled on you. Like, there's, but I think like a little bit of foresight, you can definitely, you can mitigate a lot of those. I mean, it's like that mission we pulled yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before, with the Freightliner when we did the. Oh, what is going on here? When we had the 114 SD and we were pulling the medium log trailer with the medium log attachment. I mean, how many times did I almost flip over? And like, we just kind of like held on and held on. It's just because of just making adjustments and taking your time, going slow, trying to understand what's going to be the next thing that pushes your suspension against the truck, wants to tip you over, so you kind of have to like angle yourself in. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I hate to see the fact that newer maps are easier than Alaska. I think it's for hold on, man. Alaska's pretty easy. I think Alaska might be easier than Michigan. But also I think maps are getting more user friendly because they're trying to increase the amount of new players into the game that can play new regions. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, look at. I guarantee they have some type of metric where they know how many people have played Amur, those super hard maps that folks are probably calling for now. But you gotta understand, like, history is repeating itself right now. Because folks were saying the same thing about when Wisconsin came out. They're like, "Oh, the game's too easy. The game's too easy," and then they turned around and created Amur, and everybody cried about it. Same thing happened when the base game came out. You know, after the first 3 maps, they came out with a bonus map, which was called Rift to Tamir. And when they first threw out Kola Peninsula, people were crying that it was so easy. Like, I saw the Reddit posts. I was all on the Facebook groups looking at how much people were talking about it. It was like shock and awe. You did use it to pace our 5600 TS with the OHD1 tires. Oh, it does, man. I mean, think about it. 3 axles, three axles that are doubles. I mean, insane. Could you imagine if the Mac Defense had that? Well, here's the thing. If you don't mind, and you say bring it on. What if they brought out that map? And let's say you don't have all the vehicles you have now. So the thing is, they could probably push out another Amur, okay? But another Amur map is not going to be as hard as Amur initially was because we just didn't have the super vehicles like we did. I mean, the first vehicle, literally the King, like the 605R, that truck essentially was a crutch for Amur. Now, nowadays, they push that out. Now we have the 605R, we have the Kenny, and then we also have the 612. Is it really going to be as hard as Amur? That's why I think difficulty shouldn't be based upon terrain thickness. It should be based upon keeping your truck's balance. Following the formula of using shortcuts, hard and challenging, but the longer route takes a little more time and safer. That's a pretty good one. I mean, I do know some shortcuts that definitely are harder. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like that shortcut in Michigan where you're climbing up the slope on Smithfield Dam. Some of those can be pretty tough going through there. But I mean, some of those shortcuts are worth it. This truck is so good, I gotta say. This is like one of my favorites. Seriously, one of my favorites. Like, I'm huge on American vehicles, but there's something about the step. Oh shoot, I didn't look at the I didn't look at that. Wow, that sucks. Okay, whatever. Short logs. Shorties. Okay. Let me find a mission. All right. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this logging mission. Let me ask y'all a question. What truck do you want to see pull some short logs? We're gonna take two choices. We're gonna take two trucks because obviously we can't use a log trailer because they don't have them. They're non-existent. Unless you have a mod. Yeah, the Azov doesn't have a high range. The GMC. The MH9500. Okay. There's one truck that's going out for these two logs. What's the next one? What engine am I using? I'm using the SI21 Tango. The Royal BM17? Okay. I'll use the Royal. Royal will be the second one. Yep. I'm using, the 21. This actually has more torque than the Westline by 5,000. The Westline has... its fuel consumption's less, power is a little less, but its durability is higher. But essentially, like, I'd rather have better fuel consumption, better power to weight. I mean, who wouldn't take that, right? The only thing is your durability is not as good with this engine. Even if you look at the numbers, its durability is not as good. Also, all these durability numbers, guys, that I'm talking about, they're all currently on MapRunner. So my good friend Vlad Balkan, who supplies me with those numbers and all those metrics, they're all on MapRunner now. So the person who has MapRunner, they allowed him to put that information on the site. No race suspension. No race suspension on the BM. The only time I would use race suspension on BM is if I was using a trailer or a saddle trailer. Let's go off-road. Where is the BM17? There you are. Have I seen the changes on the tires for the Lodestar and the F750? What do you mean by that? I don't think there has been any tire changes. Off-road excellent, mud excellent. Okay, so if there were changes to this, but the thing is, these are just a UOD tire. I'm just looking real quick. I want to make sure that they don't have any type of special properties now. The UODs are now... the UODs now have a better... this is crazy. The UODs now have a better mud rating than the OHS2 by 0.1. I don't know if this has been changed overall. Let me see something. This is weird. I wonder if they did a closet rebalance of tires. That's kind of crazy. That is a very good question. I need to take these off. I need to take these tires off. We're gonna use the 47s. Now I'm actually I'm interested now. I'm really interested to see if that has been... trying to think here. Hold on a second, y'all. I need to look where these logs are. Shorty's here, so I need to go through, yeah, that gateway. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I almost want to ask some friends real quick. Yo, what's up, Scorpy? Welcome in. Yeah, I wonder because those both fall into the truck category, which are just literally the regular UOD2s, which are a very good tire. Don't get me wrong, they're a very, very good tire, I think. But that's super interesting that they have an excellent mud rating. When you go to another hauling class truck, it's a good rating. Huh. Yeah, I need to ask somebody. Do you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna ping somebody I know about this. I have to. This is something I think that I wanna come down to the bottom of it. That's a very good point. Okay, I just pinged somebody. So sorry about that. We're back. You're zipping around in high gear? Well, I mean, to be fair, I think even let's say if they didn't have those upgrades, I pretty much still zip around in the Lodestar free of care. But I mean, if there was an even farther upgrade, it's kind of crazy. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Okay, which truck is first to take the logs? BM17 or the MH 9500? Okay, we go down here, logging station. You vote BM17? Make log train? You guys don't want to see it happen one by one? One by one? Okay. Okay, so listen, after this, after we do this, we're going to pick a mission. I'm going to have everybody throw in to the chat what they want to see played. I'm going to pick the top 4 the most commented, and they're going to go into a poll, and then we're going to vote on it. Long trade sounds disastrous. Yes, it does. It does sound disastrous, especially with a notable unstable truck, which is behind me right now. These both are not the most stable trucks in the world. Okay, here we go. Trying to think here. Oh, I see a lot of rocks climbing up there. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, let's do it. I think I go straight here. Yeah. All right, high gear it is. Log train sounds disastrous. I vote that. Is it this way? Yes, it is. I probably should have put my markers closer together so I can like identify my turns, but it's fine. Let's go BM. We got high gear all the way through. No diff lock for the Royal, that's right. Dang, no stall there. Even after it busting its nose up, no stall. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky here, yo. Yeah, we're not doing that. That's trap right there. Next map should be a diff lock for the Royal. I disagree. Here's what I say it should be. The next map should be a level unlock upgrade for differential locking for this truck. Because then, if you start a new game, it's by level unlock, instead of you having to jump over to Season 12 to find it, right? Does that sound more appropriate? It is pretty bouncy. That's the problem with suspensions in this game, man, is like whenever you're hauling stuff like this, your suspension is pushing back into your truck, so it's bouncing you around like crazy. Random directions, right? Yeah, yeah. No. The BM doesn't have, it only has all-wheel drive right now, but I think I think for trucks that are already in the game, you shouldn't have to jump around to different maps. Like trucks this old, there's no way. Like for instance, let's talk about Season 6. I've talked about this before. The Transstar, the Dairy Special, the Dan, those upgrades should have been at like level 30. And just said, okay, well, we're giving upgrades to these 3 trucks. At level 30, they can get these, or at level whatever, they can get these. For the Transstar, I probably would say like level 12, because let's be honest. Does the Transstar really power creep any other truck getting a upgraded suspension at level 12? If that's the case, no. But you shouldn't have to play 6 seasons or jump to the 6th season to get an upgrade that's really not, in the grand scheme of things, going to be that impactful to a driver's garage. A repair roof rack for the 5.3, that'd be pretty sick. The Tatron has a very stiff spin, bounce around a lot more than it turns. Somewhat, yeah. But man, the Tatron is just so strong. think it's hard for me to place any other scout above the Tatran. I mean, you're talking about a scout that can essentially rescue any vehicle in the game. It can pull. I pulled out pretty much every single vehicle in the game with that scout. Now, some people could say, well, you can do that with a smaller scout. That's true. But the only way that you can do that is if you wedge yourself into something that's immovable, then you winch them, then you can flip them. But the Tatran is just a freaking muscle hamster, dude. Yeah, that's another good one. I think that is kind of unfair as well. Now, what do you think about the Twinsteer's upgrade in Season 1 then? I don't know how I feel about the Twinsteer. I think the Twinsteer was pretty darn strong even without an all-wheel drive upgrade. It was just kind of like a niche, I guess. You always sell it instantly when you start? Yeah, so this doesn't look like excellent mud rating with it. Yeah, the Twinsteer is good without all-wheel drive. It still is. I mean, I literally say this every stream. I have a friend who... I've literally seen some crazy... I can probably pull up the video just to prove points. But, yeah. It does turn it into an absolute unit. That's true. I'm actually not going to go to high gear here. I'm going to actually just... Actually, let's just do it. Let's send it. Straddle this, because I know that's going to be a tip. We're taking a different direction with this one, by the way. We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. This way. This actually is going to be pretty tough. I'm not going to lie. This route might be a little bit harder going through all that stuff. Another good truck to buy from the beginning is the Voron D. The Voron D has a off-road gearbox that's custom, so you don't have to go over to Drummond Island to pick up an off-road gearbox. You just have one. All-terrain tires as well. Oh my goodness, man. I shouldn't have put the race suspension on here. Yeah, it's pretty bouncy. I don't think these UODs have changed, but I'm going to see what a friend says here. He'll probably deep dive this. I'd like to see.
I had to do a little bounce.
No, neither of those. I asked my buddy Naked Dave, good friend of the channel, and the freaking guru, the mastermind behind the randomizer challenge mode that I played. If y'all remember the randomizer. Yeah, I can do that. I can hop into the 1700 and look at that real quick. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah, that dude's a wizard, man. Seriously. Yeah, you can cross the road there. I mean, I think the UODs, they're doing okay right now. Well, I mean, they always do okay. But here's the thing is like, tires with good dirt rating are great when you have weight on them because the bite. I mean, literally the prime example is just bust out the 53686, put a low saddle on it with balloon tires, load it up, and then try to pull something through mud, and then throw UODs on it and do the same thing. The UODs, they bite in, and you just get that traction via weight. Traction via weight, as well as the complement of the dirt rating. Some Kenny action after the 1700. Some challenging mission. The only thing is, Link, the only thing is there's not really going to be a challenging mission for the Kenny on this map, I don't think. You're up for that? Okay, I can bust out the Kenny, guys. If everybody wants to see the Kenny, I can do it. Maybe I'll find something the Kenny can do. Will I do a new playthrough in 2023, like informative for new players, YouTube or stream, whatever you prefer? You know what I might do? Iconic, I could restart the randomizer and make the randomizer a little bit harder. I think that was probably the funnest and probably the most, probably the best learning experience. There's stop that tip. Are we getting the 9900? I think so. That's what I think it is, honestly. There's a lot of people who think the same thing, actually. I think that's what they're gonna do. However, that's a highway truck, man. I'm pretty sure. But if what I think what's going to happen is they're going to produce that, they're going to bring that truck out. It's going to be very strong. I almost want to say it's going to be similar to the Wolfpack. You clenched your butt so hard. Scout only randomizer? Yeah, right, Jigsaw. You had to come in and say that, didn't you? What's up, man? Welcome in. Good to see ya. I knew you had to be lurking there somewhere. Fashionably late, but making a big appearance, I see. Let's go. Punch that high gear. Let's go. Yeah, you can see that the burn values are so much more relaxed with this engine. So here's the thing: is I kind of started a randomizer with it was a new randomizer, which was, I think it was Alaska, like summertime Alaska map, where essentially Naked Dave stripped Alaska of its snow. Okay. But I think he's working on something where he adds snow to existing regions. So by doing that, I believe it actually adds more texture. So therefore it would be harder. So I almost think that I could do like a winterized the Michigan map, do like a ×10 randomizer. Maybe start it to where instead of using, you know, the normal Fleet Star, this truck, I would probably maybe try to use like the Freightliner 114 SD. I don't know. Just something different, you know what I'm saying? So we're not playing the same starter trucks, but I would say I'd probably use something that's mostly on the same page as like performance to start with. I would not randomize trucks, just upgrades. But yeah, I don't know how far he's gotten into that. I haven't really checked back with him to see how far he's gotten into that little project. That would give us vets a reason to return. Honestly, like I think busting out a randomizer, just trying a randomizer with an XP slider, man, it's gonna really give you a challenge. I really think so. My randomizer playthrough was the hardest challenge I've ever done. And you know, we've done a more hard mode and such like that, but that's probably where I learned the most actually is that playthrough. GMC, baby. Let's turn down in so we don't flip. See if I can just crawl through this. We're not going to help. Just turn out of the rut. Once you get out, straighten out, and then just keep going. What will happen if we set all the options on the random in New Game Plus? I don't think that using New Game Plus is like a really good way to like give you a challenge. Like I think the only way New Game Plus is gonna give you a challenge is just monetary value. Like scaling back. It just scales back. You can. I think like the thing that's gonna hamper you the most is just scaling back your experience, right? Or scaling back your money. I think so. And then increasing the money from, you know, things like that.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! No!
Yes, sir. Nothing beats kicking back by the fireplace among friends, listening to the firewood crackling and enjoying the view. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to pull these back. I'm going to do like you guys said. I'm going to look at the Lodestar real quick, send it through some mud. And then
give me some fin.
We will
noggin, dude.
And then we'll pull out the Kenny and try to do something that's going to be challenging for the Kenny. Lodestar high range gearbox, of course. Where's the at? Where's the loady? Do I have the load out right now? I do. Oh. I left him here. Yeah, I know. I just deleted a support trailer. Let's go off-road, high range. Okay, let me find a good puddle. This seems pretty good, actually, back here. Let's roll this out. High-range gearbox scares me, man. You'll laugh so bad when I run out of money. I won't run. Trust me, I will not run out of money on this game. All right, so not so bad. Here's gonna be the test right here. We smack this pit. I mean, it's not complaining too much. That probably should have been harder. That probably should have been harder, to be honest. Nice, just push through that. We're gonna make this right here. I'm gonna smash right into this. Too much wheel spin. Back to auto. High range. Auto. It does seem pretty good. Okay, so here's some like moderate stuff right here. It's so stable too. I should have tipped there. Honestly, I wanna see. Here's a good test too, actually. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. No joke. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, we knew this was gonna be tough because, I mean, the Mac defense even struggled here. Not stuck. By any means, we're not stuck. But I mean, slow down. I mean, that's pretty darn... That's faster than the Mac defense went through. Okay, that's pretty good. I would say yeah. I'm gonna see if Naked Dave got back to me. Hold on, I gotta fire back up Discord, and then we'll get the Kenworth out. But before then, I need to get a cup of coffee. So what he said, he just said it did not, but maybe they did before. I think the ratings are calculated differently for each truck class, so the game gives better scores to scouts even on the same wheel. But the wheels themselves were not changed in the patch. Yeah. Okay. So he commented back, and yeah, that's what he said. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I am going to go get a coffee and be right back, and then we're going to jump in the Kenworth and try to do something that's going to be challenging for it. I'd like to see some up road hauls to challenge its power, because that's where I think it's the most. I don't want to say it's lacking, but I think that's where its challenge lies. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, we'll be back in a minute. Okay. Coffee is here. Can't say it's too hot right now, but it's still good. Oh, yes. It's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. All right. All right, so I gotta ask, how does everybody drink their coffee? Do you even drink coffee? Truck storage. Wait, let's find the mission, okay? Let's do something here. Ooh, medium logs and wooden planks up to the southern. How about this, guys? What do you think? That looks like a good one. I see black coffee. Nice. Movie star trailer up here. I don't think, not for the Kenworth. I want to haul something like up. I think logs and I'll pull a trailer. Yeah, I think the logs. I think that's the call, guys. Coffee with white. Coffee black and white both. Coffee con leche. Oh, what is that? It's too much for me, guys. Too much. All right, this is what we're doing. We'll go grab. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Where's my milk? Yo, you know what's a really good dessert is tres leches. Your wife makes coffee black with espresso creamer. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. All right, so medium logs. I could put on the logging crane. Should I do that though? You know, I'll do it just for the kicks. You know what I'm saying? That just for the... Oh, dude. Yo, what color? Your wife makes me coffee? No, I actually... So what I do is we have whole coffee beans that we order from Hawaii. And I'll grind my coffee the night before and I'll set the coffee pot for 5 a.m. to start brewing. So I actually make coffee. I seen that. I seen there's a new rim and tire coming, but I don't know if it's going to be you know, the thing is, Clutch, I hope it's like a tire upgrade for like existing trucks, like, I don't know, the American trucks. Black coffee or Scotch, orange coffee. All right, we're about to use black. Actually, we're gonna go all black here. Okay, do you guys want me to see? Hold on a second. Should I use the custom tires, or do you want to see the actual, the MSH2s? Customs, or what do y'all think? Custom? We can roll custom. I do, honestly, I like the way the customs look. Actually, you know what? The difference between the customs, I believe, so they're bigger. They're a bigger tire. I believe they actually are wider as well. I believe they're also a lot wider. So the Kenworth, the big tires, they don't have a crazy amount of ratings, but they are a lot wider than the MSH. Actually, hold up, they're not. No, they're not. So we're not using these. Hold on a second, they're not even wider. I thought they were wider. Oh wait, I think I do use roof supplies. I don't know why that wasn't on there. Also the Kenny 990, I think that's what they're gonna do, is the Kenny 990. Oh, I can't. Oh wait, no, hold on, wait, let me see if I have roof supplies. Is it here? Oh, I don't know why it came off. I don't know why it came off. That's weird. Good call though. Okay, cabins in the mountains. I need to go get 3 wooden planks. when would I recommend someone start playing hard mode? I think once they get a grasp on how the game goes, how the mechanics play, and they're comfortable with starting trucks. And this is why, like, it's a good segue to talk about, like, playing chronologically. I think if you play the game chronologically on normal mode, without jumping ahead and just grabbing good trucks to lean on, if you start hard mode and you play it legit, you'll feel really good. Because hard mode is essentially just about setting up fuel stops, setting up your logistics. In my opinion, I think you can really get ahead if you set up your free fuel. They should add the Volvo trucks. Yeah, they could have. Honestly, they should have added them this season, but I mean, there's other seasons they've added trucks from different regions to American regions. Yeah, so I kind of wish that was the standard. But I mean, even Alaska had the BM17, which is a British truck, right? So that's not from that region, but it was there. So, I mean, it's like they broke their rule already. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what regions do they be up to? I think at least the base game. I think if they can complete the base game, I think that's good enough. But I think what I would do is, even if you didn't complete the base game and you just said like, hey, I want to play Michigan, I would probably turn around and play Michigan in hard mode. But then again, that would probably get kind of boring because you're playing the same region twice, like back to back, right? You're not getting anything new. But yeah, I mean, I didn't start playing hard mode until, gosh, man, I was the guy who didn't really like the aspect of hard mode. I started to like, I did start to like it, but then I think as it went on, it just became, as you play hard mode throughout each season, it becomes more similar to playing normal mode. Because for me, on hard mode, I'm still deleting trailers. I'm not saving them. I don't really care about money anymore. I think hard mode really matters early. I think like up to at least up to season, if you can make it without having to pay for fuel up until season 2 at least, you are crushing it. You are absolutely crushing it. And that, well, I mean, we made it all the way through season 3 without having to pay for any fuel. So that's essentially why we made it ahead. But I mean, now, Clutch, here's the thing. Hard mode really is much less hard now that you can spam contest 5 times. I mean, you're talking about contests that give you more rewards than some contracts. That's why, like, I took it upon myself to basically collaborate with Naked Dave and do the randomizer. That's the only way I felt I was challenged much more greatly. But I mean, like, starting out in hard mode, like in legit dev hard mode, it was kind of scary because I almost got to the point I was game over in Michigan. Because you can get into a pretty bad point. So I mean, like, early game hard mode does seem stressful. It does. Yeah, I think that's how it should be. It should be you can take a stab at it 5 times, but you're only getting paid for your best attempt. So like if you got bronze, okay, and then your next time you got gold, you would get paid the bronze, but then you get paid the difference from bronze to gold when you got gold. That's it. Trailer. Here we go. Now let's turn around. We need to actually go through this tunnel. So I need to go this way. This gateway. yeah, you do. You have all those worries. Like, you don't have good trucks. You don't have good upgrades. Your tires are terrible. I mean, you're spending 6 levels with highway tires. Now, I mean, for me, it's not really that big of a deal because of the randomizer. I understand that, you know, loading up weight on my back tires is going to give me a lot of traction even with the highway tire. So it really wasn't a big deal for me. But it can be. I mean, you're spending 6 levels of Black River, which doesn't give you a lot of experience to get out of those 6 levels to get all-terrain tires. I think you actually, if you're not spamming contests in Black River, you actually, I think, get to level 6 when you start doing Smithville Dam initially. Remove all the free trucks. That could be something. Oh, boys. Almost spilled it there. I don't think it would have anything to do with New Game Plus. I think New Game Plus would be much better if they added an XP slider where they made it harder to level up based upon contests or based upon all missions. The only thing they did was they modified the money. But the thing is, like, money is really not that much of an issue because we've already exploited that. But you can't exploit tire upgrades, which are the most powerful thing in this game. Your contact to the surface is the most powerful thing. So I think, like, they missed the mark on New Game Plus, where they could have made it so, or added a slider where you decrease the experience per mission. I think that would have helped a lot. I also think that they should reset every map. Your experience should reset at least back to level 6. Every map. I think for the base game regions, it should reset you back to 1. And then after that, you get reset back to 6. So then you at least start out with, like, an all-terrain tire. Then you have something to look forward to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're concentrating on leveling up, because I need tire upgrades. Tire upgrades are super powerful, man. Like, once you have a good tire upgrade, like, yeah, that's the most important thing. Have I asked Naked Dave if he can do this? I haven't, no. I probably need to have that conversation with him, but I know that he has a lot on his plate because he's trying to make his own type of interface with, like, that's integrated with Map Runner. And then I think with his projects going, and honestly, man, like, I don't know how much time he has because so many people ask him for stuff. Oh, he is amazing, dude. He's amazing. I'm so glad that someone, I forget who actually told me about his randomizer. I have to go back. But someone in my stream was like, hey, do you know, like, someone makes a randomizer for this game? And I was like, what? Are you serious? And then I found him, got into a conversation, and yeah. I definitely lean on Naked Dave for a lot of things, man. He's an awesome individual. Yeah, he made it like a 3D map runner, basically. He was asking me about, like, if some of those things, like, check with, like, terrain depth and stuff like that. And I was trying to remember, because, I mean, for the year 1 pass, I do remember a lot of that terrain just from making that series of Route Runner, but it's tough to remember every single piece of part of the map, you know what I'm saying? To cross-check that stuff, so... Oh man, he is like MVP of SnowRunner, in my opinion. Yes, he is. He's a mod maker. I guess you call it like data miner. Just overall, I don't know, just an information guru. Just the information guru, man. Like, not gonna lie, when he speaks, or when I won't say speak because, like, It's literally in Discord, but I like when he says things, like people listen. He learns really fast, but like I mean, like things he says holds a lot of weight. Like Dave has been so nice to me that whenever I've needed help, like setting up the randomizer twice, he's literally got on a call with me and helped me straighten everything out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to do that. Like, some random guy asked you to help him. Like, he just jumped on a phone call and helped me out. Like, not many people would do that. Yeah, honestly, I kind of think they should. I mean, they've been hiring modders to do stuff. I mean, to be honest, like this map, I believe was made by a modder. I believe season 10 was made by a modder. I think the Kenworth here was made by a modder, and I'm pretty sure the Mac defense was made by a modder. But the only thing is, Saber also has their own. How do I say this? To my knowledge, like Saber has their own like checks that they have to like keep in balance. So while they can kind of like put their own imprint on things, like Saber has the ultimate say, which I mean, you see how it was with the Mac defense, because that was probably Saber's doing initially, but then it was fixed. I mean, pretty much, yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of good maps that were made directly from SnowRunner or Saber. I just think that the modders add a fresh take. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I believe they are genuine enjoyers of the game, and they understand what, as a consumer, because they are a consumer, they understand what would be good, like what would be a good thing to add in the game, and they just do it. So his name is actually not Naked Dave. I won't say what his real name is, but it's not Naked Dave. Wait a second here. Wait, do I have? Oh, darn. You know what I didn't do, guys? That was stupid. Actually, no, this is fine. This is fine, actually. We'll drive by, grab some gas, go through here, and then pick up these things. They took his, you think they took his mod and forgot to remove the hitbox. Ah, that could be it. But then again, what about the Kenworth? The Kenworth still has, I don't want to say terrible hitboxes, but I mean, they're present. However, when you have tires that are this big, when you have tires that are this big, it doesn't really matter, because we've seen the Kenworth go through super conditions, so it's not really that big of an effect. Next thing you're saying is he's not naked. So if you go to his Discord, he actually says, "My name is not Dave, and I'm indeed not naked." Yeah, they almost looked identical. Yeah, they did. I remember seeing that mod too. Come on, can I get in high gear? Let's go. There we go. It's a good old mission for this. I like this little path right here, this waterway. Okay, now turn. Nice. Actually, when you talk about best logger, like one of the best logging trucks, oh man, I might have to backstep. I might have to backstep and this needs to probably get a mention. Honestly, I think the Kenworth needs to get a solid mention because I mean, this is pretty solid. It's it's pretty darn stable, wide base, very good range. So I don't know. I mean, you could say Aramatsu. You could say this. You probably could lean on saying this because it could do long logs as well, so it can do all three. The Forester can't do that. It can only do two. The Forester's also just very specialized, but yeah, I think the Kenny's definitely up there. I think I'd probably have to give the nod to the Kenny being like a better logger. But however, I mean, there's a huge thing that I love about the Aramatsu Forester. You see what time of day it is right now? When you play hard mode and you have to log, especially at night, and you're not just auto-loading, you're kind of like setting it up. Having that cab turn and put headlights where your crane's facing, and just the overall nature of that crane compared to this one, I don't know. I think you appreciate it, if that makes sense. Here, I'll just show you. So I mean, boom, puts it right on there, so I mean, you can see every little log you're picking up. It's just a very nice thing, I guess. Yeah, you could put logs in the sideboard bed. Yeah, I mean, and also I can just put logs and stack them in here with this Kenny because this is actually in a pretty darn good position that you can just, you know, pin things down. So yeah. Ford Hog, start generator. Back in Kenworth. One, two. Okay, I think it's 4 medium logs. Let's see here. It's 3. Shoot. Okay, it's 3 medium logs. All right, cool. Now we make our way up there. You know, we're gonna go this way. Actually, we're gonna backtrack, guys. I think we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna touch this fuel station. Head up this way. We're gonna go round. This is gonna be a pretty long pull, I'm guessing. We'll go down this way. Why not? I haven't went this way, I think. This is gonna be fun. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good pull. Would I recommend playing a map in normal mode before hard mode? Oh shoot, let's see. Personally, I do. That's personally what I do. But I come from the perspective of hard mode didn't come out until, what was it? Was it season 3 when hard mode came out? When did hard mode come out? So I was doing like my own self-imposed hard modes before hard mode came out. But short answer, I definitely would probably play the map first. But I think that you'd have a greater challenge to play hard mode prior to playing normal mode because everything would be new. But I think if you just have good principles that you could and good techniques, it doesn't matter, Scorpy. It actually doesn't matter. The generator will turn off. It doesn't burn any fuel. I actually learned that from a viewer. I learned that from someone actually, that it doesn't keep burning. I always thought it did, but that was me. I was wrong about that. I mean, maybe it did. Maybe it did in the past and they just stopped. No, it doesn't burn fuel. I thought it did. Honestly, I could say I thought it did before, like back in season 3 whenever they busted it out. You just did the long log delivery up to the mountain cabin on the Big Salmon Peak. The 47X NF 1424. Nice, man. I bet that was an experience. How did it do? Yeah, the generator uses fuel. It doesn't use fuel. No, it doesn't. I used to think it did, but it doesn't. But and I think it actually auto turns off. I think it probably turns off whenever you get away from it so far. Keep thinking there's a truck behind you because of this. Probably hearing this engine, yeah. It's funny. Ooh, you dug yourself into a hole against the rock face? Ooh, man. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't confirm. I thought it did burn when it was on. I thought it stayed on and it burned a little bit during the release of that in season 3, but I don't know. That was a long time ago. Yeah, probably when you exit the map for sure. That's not too bad though. We need testing. Yeah, we do, right? Oh yeah, yeah, with long logs for sure, because that long log trailer is almost acting as a semi-trailer, right? Because you have your pivot point sitting on where essentially your saddle would go. Yeah, it almost can just be treated like a semi-trailer. You didn't burn in season 3? That's good. That's good news. Maybe I was just thinking the wrong thing, or maybe I just witnessed the wrong thing. But anyway, I mean that's good news regardless. Gosh, I tell you, this thing can it can burn some fuel. Good thing it has a big tank, right? I gotta put on daylight. I need to see this. Yeah, no joke, man. I'm telling you. Wait, you said you're on Big Salmon Peak? Oh, Flooded Foothills, okay. So wait, Mr. Stevenson house, that's like here, right? I believe. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. I think Mr. Stevenson's house is like up here somewhere. Right? And then the other one's like right here. I think that's where it's at. But honestly, I'm gonna be real. Some of the hardest logging is in Yukon. The West Cabin Zone 1, okay. Oh, I know where that's at. Yeah. This, I'm telling you, I say this a lot. this mission where you take long logs to this place right here is tough. It's no joke. Oh, nice. Let's go. High gear. Give me a turn. No. You just got that one done, took some really careful driving. Oh, yes. Absolutely, dude. The 73210 can do it for sure. I mean, it's still tough. That zone there is, whenever you cross that terrain, it can get you. Definitely have to try that Mac. Oh yeah. Mac's pretty stable. The funny thing is I didn't flip it when I was going up to that location with long logs with the 73210, but I flipped it coming back. It's odd. It's a very odd thing. I think it's more difficult than a Mondra, because the thing is a Mondra, you can kind of take the long route, just to kind of avoid some things. But for Yukon, like, there's no getting around it. Like, you gotta go. Like, there's sometimes there's just no other way. I mean, I did this one time. I think I did it on hard mode. Actually, I think you guys saw this. Not this one. You guys saw this one here, where instead of, oh, where's it at? Instead of me going up, so like this rock face comes out, and if you don't get up here close, when you have this long log trailer, your wheels will catch, and then if you bump over this, like, it just jars you, right? And this can cause you to tip over. I think a good way to come up here is actually coming up this way. Just come up the hill and then turn. But I went this way. Another way I went before is I came up around here and I tried to go through this woods. Well, coming down through this woods, I spilled my logs and I had to clean them up, but then I just completed it. So that's two things. You did it with the NF 1430. Had a semi-turn steep. It did not tip because of how steep the side. Yeah, that's crazy. He said he'll see if it's possible. Oh shoot! I didn't know. I didn't know he watched that video, or he does watch that video. The left turn works well. Yeah, I think that works well because when you turn left, because basically what's happening is you're not allowing yourself to completely go sideways, especially with the way a long log trailer acts. Wow, look how beautiful this is. Like a long log trailer, essentially, like we said, is a semi, right? So if I go up there and I make that turn, I make that right angle, my trailer is still sitting facing uphill, so I'm not going to tip over. And then you just basically drive around, regain balance, or you basically help your trailer around, and then you're good. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Go up the hill for more stability. Oh dang. Well, that's awesome. Glad you sent that to him, Clutch. Yep, that little blip that comes out, man, that's what gets you. And if you have enough power to pull through it, it just shakes your whole trailer. like violently. So like the 73210, when I pulled it over there, I believe it just shook me. But it didn't like succumb to, you know, like the effects of just being like upset. Thankfully. But yeah, the NF1430 is a good truck, man. Those OHDs, they may be 44 inches, but they rock. It's a pretty good pull. I like this. I like this little route. I think there should be a lot of them on my YouTube channel. If you go back through my YouTube channel and go to the playlist called Twitch Streams, I never made like a one through, like an episode 1 through whatever, like full completion, like I have like since coming out with, let's see, I think more, I started doing that. But I'm pretty sure I have those. If I streamed it, it was on there. But yeah, I definitely started uploading those streams because a lot of folks were asking for it. Yeah, 745C is a gem, dude. It is a gem. Man, I remember doing that task, or that logging contract, and I remember loading 6 long logs on the bottom of a semi-trailer, and then I loaded 12 mediums. And then we essentially took my P12. Let's see, here's the issue, guys. This is the issue. This is not really that heavy of a load, too. But I gotta say, though, it's a pretty steep incline. To be fair, we have to be fair here. This is a pretty darn steep incline. Oh, I got some movement. I just don't want to flip my trailer. No! I can't get my stuff back on. Why can't I touch this? Look, I'm in range of this tree. I'm in range. I don't want to unpack. I don't want to unpack here because all my logs will just flow right out. No, that's not where I want. So we can do a little sweeping. I dug a pit. Yeah, I did kind of dig a pit, didn't I? You know what? Is there something over on this side? It can't even get up without weight behind it. That's an issue. You know what I think happened actually is I think the trailer probably grabbed something as well, and then I lost all my forward movement and I just started spinning myself. Okay, let's try this now. All right, so at least we got to here. But I mean, to be fair, we got to be straight up fair. Like, this is a huge slope. Like, that is so steep. Really? They said that to him? That's pretty cool, man. That they stood for that. I do. Thank you, Link. Appreciate that. But yeah, you know, that's true. I kind of wish that Western Star would have said something like that. I think that'd be sick if they just gave the Western Star Wolfpack. I know so many people complained when that thing first came out. Oh my goodness. And then they eventually got all-wheel drive. I can't really complain because I really like them with all-wheel drive right now, but I think if they would have just given them a modified OHD, almost like a P512, and then yeah, that's it. I think it would have been awesome. Yeah, I like the choice as well. You know, I think it's kind of sad that the Cat stopped making like the CT series, basically like the 680, 681, and like continuing that series. Basically like the vocational series, but like the thing is, it would have cost them too much to break into that market. I think that's basically what they said. Hopefully I don't run out of gas by the time I get here. Hey, y'all wanted to see the Kenworth. What do y'all think so far? Twinsteer next mission? Okay, we can bust out Twinsteer. 63s or 55s? Oh gosh, this thing. Okay, this is gonna suck. Because now I have to try to turn to not get caught here. Okay, I didn't. That's good. Maybe 55s, 63s. You don't want me to suffer today, so 55s? I appreciate that sentiment. I appreciate that. Yikes, man, this is crazy. Like, this is the stuff, man. See, this is good, like, difficulty right here. This type of stuff. Like, you're pulling a huge load around these small corridors. Oh. You've been using the 63s on this map and it feels fine? Nice. We might do 63. We'll see. Race suspension, high range gearbox. I did pick a pretty hard path. We wanted to give a good test to him, you know what I'm saying? Nice little good test for the Kenworth here. But I think the Kenny's doing pretty good. I mean, it's actually, you know what? I mean, it's kind of realistic because, like, if you're going uphill and you're in like a higher gear, like low plus isn't really a higher gear, right? But realistically, I mean, I was losing power a little bit there on some slopes, and I downshifted like back there about 30 seconds ago to low, and you immediately see the power response. I think it's just because of angular velocity and the power, basically. The little slider. I talked about that on the video. But essentially, just downshift, because you're bleeding your power off, then you can just downshift. Essentially, just get right back to like 100%. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh, shoot. I have to go all the way up there. Okay, whatever. You know, I should have taken a picture there. But it's fine. Oh, I should have taken a picture. At some point. Alright, well, we're already up here. Turn, turn, turn. There's a tree. No. Or not. Wait, hold on. What in the world? Hold on, there's something's amiss here. Why? So wait, why did it have me bring 3 medium? I'm confused. I'm so confused right now. It said one medium log, 3 planks. And it didn't take any of my planks. Do you see what I'm saying? It didn't take any of my... I'm almost positive. Am I stupid? Guys, did you see that? Can someone confirm? Was my cargo load right there? I'm pretty sure it said 1 medium log, 1 medium packed log, and 3 wooden planks. Okay. Because I'm about to just drop this. I should attach. I'm just going to delete all this cargo. If I have to make more, I have to make more. Don't really care. I'm just lost, man. I'm lost. That lost me. That was weird. Okay. You guys want the Twinsteer? We got the Twinsteer. Twinsteer. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me find something. Cement. Medium planks. 2 medium planks. 2 medium planks. Medium planks. I can take the medium planks up here. Oh my gosh. With an air mods to Forester, can you pull a medium log trailer when you have medium logs add-on? Yeah. Yep, you can. Rail sections. Me to success. Movie star trailer. No. Okay, I think this is it right here. 2 medium planks, I guess, is the... Oh man, the only thing is, if I do this, I'm gonna have to come back. Oh my goodness, guys. There's no way I'm getting up this way. There's no way I'm getting around this turn with the Twinsteer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think taking the Twinsteer this way is the call. I don't think taking the Twinsteer this way is the call either. It's just too much switchbacks. I could bring it right up through here and then go like this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Dave said the features I asked for in the video would be easy. Let's go. We gotta pick up this contract, sorry. So my dream may come true? Ooh. Oh, absolutely. I played WoW. Absolutely. I've been playing a little bit of WoW Classic Hardcore. I'm gonna go get these medium planks over here. Yep, been playing a little bit of WoW Classic Hardcore. Haven't streamed it just because kind of the hot topic right now is Season 11. Yeah, I will. I'll talk with him. I'll talk with him today. I think when I get off stream, I have to go grocery shopping, and then I have to go grocery shopping. I need to do some stuff for the review. So I'm gonna touch base with him and see what he says. I do like to add in the whole, like, is there a way to reset your level every map? You really think so, Clutch? I mean, I think the only thing with everything is the factor that we haven't. I really think that, like, the resetting the level is the only way to combat starting to feel like normal mode after a while. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the only way. You were just speaking to him about that? Nice. Okay, so let's I'm gonna map this out. I don't... Okay, so here... Okay. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are nuts. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna come down this way. I'm gonna go here, here, here. We'll go. Because people want to see the Twinsteer go up some stuff, we'll go this way. And then after that, we're going to head up this way. There, we'll hit these trails here. The switchbacks are no bueno. I think any sane person would not do that. Can't say I'm the smartest person, but I know a bad idea when I see one. Or do I? You know, today I was thinking about something that came to mind whenever this map was released. Do you want to see 605R? Maybe not today, but I mean, we could. I mean, essentially every stream is going to be taking requests. Every stream is basically taking requests, so I mean, it's possible. So today I was thinking about what a lot of folks were saying about Season 11 and how there were no Volvo or Scania trucks brought out and how we just got 2 scouts. And I was thinking about just the overall nature of the game and what it... how the game's set up basically with what is done in the game the most. There's a couple things that the game is based off of, right? Which is essentially scouting, which falls into exploration, and then there is essentially after that it's rescuing and hauling. Those are the 3 main things that SnowRunner is all about, right? And we all know that the game essentially leans more toward one than the other. And to be quite fair, in the last 2 seasons, season 10 and season 9, we got 4 hauling class trucks, which is great. We needed that. I was tired of getting scouts. I think that was great. But however, I think that the question I still have is why are we continuing to get scout trucks when the game is comprised 90% of hauling? Well, the semi missions, the seismic missions, yes, but that's kind of considered exploration. All those other things like crafting and scavenging, all this stuff is a subcategory. But the main categories that SnowRunner is, the bread and butter of SnowRunner is exploration, hauling, and that's basically it. And rescuing, I guess. And those 3 things. And hauling takes up about 90% of the game. So my question is why are we getting... I think right now we have 22 scouts in the game currently out of 86 trucks, okay? That's with the addition of the Season 11 trucks going to the scout class. 25%. Now, if you add in the trucks in the off-road class that really don't fit the off-road class for hauling as a hauling class vehicle truly, you essentially could just add those over to the scout class. And then you hit like a 30%. So then the number goes to basically 30%. So 30% of the vehicles in this game are not necessarily useful for the main mission set. And also, when you go to other streamers' channels, talk with anybody on Facebook channels, Discord, or even Reddit, a lot of folks don't even use scout vehicles at all for doing anything, to be quite honest. So why are we getting more scout content? I think my simple explanation for that is it's kind of like Season 7. Do you guys remember what game came out right after Season 7? It was Dakar. What did it give us in Season 7? Racing. Do you see a trend? I kind of do. I think what they're doing is they're experimenting with what they can do with scout vehicles prior to the release of expeditions. So that could be why we are getting scout trucks. Now, there's been some kind of leaks. I don't want to say leaks, but some folks have found out that there could be more scout vehicles coming to the game in the future because there's some hints in the game files. I'm not really going to go into those details, because I don't know a lot of them anyway, so I think I would just be speaking out of ignorance. But I think my question to Saber would be, why are we getting scout vehicles when you clearly know that most of the player base don't really play scout vehicles? And I don't think they deserve, or I deserve to get an answer. But I think it's a good question just for food for thought. So yeah, I wonder. I think that we just need more hauling class vehicles, which is the bread and butter of what really drives the popularity of this game and basically the Spin Tires series. It could be, they actually could be starting to produce more scouts, more scout things, because of they might want to redeem themselves with terrain on the new game. Just could be my thoughts, but anyways, yeah, those are just some things that I was thinking about today. And oh boy, yo, what's up, Alexa? Welcome in. We're trying not to tip over right now. Okay, I need light. I need light. That's twice. But essentially, I mean, 86 vehicles in the game, 22 are actually scout classed. You probably could throw in 3 to 4 extra coming from the off-road class and throw those in there. And that would make it 30% of what it is. But yeah, I think if they're going to continue to bring out scouts right before the release of their new game, it's pretty much a telltale sign of what they're planning on doing. You know what I'm saying? But to bring out new scouts in a game where the terrain is just not meant for them, let's be real. I mean, only for the people who really play classes as they're supposed to be played, or want to, as like a role-playing thing via myself, a lot of folks on Discord that do testing. And I think there's just a small fraction of the community that does so, that still play scouts as their role, or still play trucks as their role, or what they think their role should best be played. Most people just use a Tega or an Azov or some very handy truck that can just smash terrain and then go scout towers and go do all those things that scouts should be able to do, but they can't because the terrain model is just way too deep and not friendly for those scouts. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'm sure some of y'all probably feel the same as well. Oh shoot, you know what I gotta do? I gotta go like this, then I turn. So Dave and I were saying that it could be better if you start each map with nothing, like Mud Runner. Ooh. Yeah, the light's good, right? I mean, Scania has XT models which lean more the off-road element. Yeah, I think they would have been good options, especially for this season. But I think folks are also getting too bent out of the shape with them not giving Scania trucks to this region. Because, like, if you look back, like, they haven't really been all set up that way. Like, each region doesn't necessarily have trucks from that region. Scavenging and resources, yeah. Yeah, I believe Michigan is the only one. What about Tamir? Actually, I don't even think Tamir does. So yeah, essentially it would just be Michigan is the only true map that essentially gets trucks that are from that nation or from that region specific. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a good picture. I like this. Twinsteer smash. And only US trucks in the US, vice versa? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I mean, I guess that's a good idea, but starting with nothing, do I retain my upgrades? I guess what I'm trying to say is like trucks that are, let's say some American trucks that I've acquired. No, so I don't recreate any of my upgrades. But I think with the problem with each map is a new game. Okay, so I think the only problem with that is then I believe it's going to I think like this is how my human mind works, is I'm going to try to find a truck that has everything then. You see what I'm saying? In some way or shape or form, that's where my mind's going to go, just to lean upon. But I think if I had trucks like American trucks, I'm going to a harder map, but they're upgraded, but we all know they're not too good. They're not really that good. It's still doable. That's how it was. There was no upgrades. I mean, that's interesting. I need to play Mud Runner is what I need to do, to be honest. I need to play Mud Runner. That's what I need to do to kind of figure out how this would all go. Because like, for me, surrendering upgrades, like taking the time to find like 70 upgrades and then I got to give them up. Oh, I would stream it. I would stream it. Absolutely. I would stream it. Anyways, guys, that's 3 hours. I would stay longer and complete this mission, but I need to run to the grocery store to get groceries for this week, because yeah, that's just something I gotta do. You'll understand what yeah, exactly. I'll definitely understand after I play it. But yeah, I would stream it. The crazy thing is Max Power actually gifted me that game and I haven't tried it, but he gifted me that game back in like season 6 and I never tried it. So yeah, we might do it. So anyways, y'all, I'm going to jump off here, go get some things done. You probably can expect me back tomorrow. If I do not stream tomorrow, it's just because I'm working on my review, which I need to get done this week. So, you guys will have at least probably 3 streams.
My broskies, I gotta bounce.
Exactly. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful Monday. We will see you guys back. And as always, God bless and stay upright.